Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. I'm really thankful to each one of you for being here and giving so much love to all the episodes. And today we have Pavan over here. So, Pavan is a graphologist and a signature and handwriting analyst. So, yeah, that's one thing. But so, thank you very much, Pavan, for being here. It's my pleasure to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lakshit. It's a
It,
pleasure to be here today with you.
it's my pleasure to have you over here. It's really wonderful. And seeing forward towards this conversation. So, first question to you is if you can give a brief note about yourself and your work and what you do, that would be wonderful.
Sure. So, my name is Pavan Badllani. I am a handwriting and signature analyst, and I have been in this particular space for the past 11 years now, worked with over 10,000 people with clients across the globe. I have a television show as well for handwriting and signature analysis called Hastakshar on Astrovani on Airtel DTH. And recently, I have conducted graphology sessions in Dubai, Nigeria, USA, and Nepal as well. And I've been featured in various publications too. And through handwriting and signature analysis, I can help people know more about their personal life, their professional life,
Okay.
help them boost the efficiency of their personality, and guide them with the issues that they are facing right now,
hmm
and help them lead a better future as well.
Okay, wonderful. And so, first question to you is if you can tell about graphologist. What is graphologist, and what do you do? If you can,
So,
explain about, because it's really a new occupation. I have never heard about it, and I would
right.
wish if you can give about the work and what you do. Yeah, that would be wonderful.
So, graphology is one of the most prominent sciences that exists in terms of analyzing a person's handwriting, its signature, and
Mhm.
understanding about a person's personality.
Okay.
In essence, it is a branch of psychology. Okay, and this particular science has been existing for the past 100 years now.
Okay.
So by looking at your handwriting and signature, I can tell you everything about your mindset, your feelings, your emotions, your love life, your family life, your health issues, your financial mindset, as well your stress levels, even to the extent wherein if there is an individual who is addicted to any kind of vices also, be it smoking, drinking, or any other vices which are there, how, when you work on correcting your handwriting and signature and
Mhm.
you practice it for a period of 21 to 90 days, you can start improving your own personality as well. Because I have had experiences and clients wherein they have been able to get over issues like eye irritation, stomach problems, lower back pain, shoulder pain as well. There has been one particular client as well who was able to get over her past issues also,
Okay.
simply by changing her handwriting and signature in a period of 21 days.
hmm
So the experiences and the results have been truly phenomenal. And that is what I do. I help people out in terms of working on themselves. And one very interesting thing that I want to share with you here about the sheer balance between personal life and professional life, wherein today a lot of people give higher importance to their professional life, that I should achieve great things in my career and then only will I be happy and satisfied.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they are not thinking about their personal life, what issues that they are actually going through. And that actually becomes null and void in the face of professional success. But what I feel and what I understand is that if you work on your own personality, if you work on your personal life in a much effective manner,
hmm
right, your professional life will be boosted automatically. Because the idea here is that you can do extremely well professionally. Okay, you can do extremely well professionally, but if your personal life doesn't really work out for you, that success does not matter
Yeah. Yeah.
at all at the end of the day. But if you are doing very well personally, you're working on your own personality, you're working on your own mindset, and that has a ripple effect wherein in your professional life too, you are able to make a lot of significant changes and achieve a lot of things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That completely changes the game. So that is a good balance where you work on the inside first instead of looking on the outside. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah.
So thank you for that brief note about graphology. So the first question over here for the session today is how can somebody, like develop their personality through handwriting and signature analysis? What do you think about that?
So when we talk about developing your personality through handwriting and signature analysis, it is a very, very interesting process.
Okay.
So let me just give you a very brief answer for the same. Let's say from the age of 0 to 7,
Mm-hmm.
a child is spending maximum time with the mother, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
from the age of 7 to 14, maximum time is being spent with the father.
Okay.
Now, ideally, from the age of 0 to 7, whatever the child is learning, he or she is going to remember that for life.
Okay.
Okay. And then from the age of 7 to 14, the experiences that they have with their father, that too has a significant impact on their personality. After 14, okay, once they are entering into their teenage phase and exploring the world and understanding what life is exactly all about, what will actually matter is how the child has been treated.
Okay.
Okay, how the child has been treated in their past.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are talking about the fact that the child has been brought up with a lot of love, care, affection, and all their needs are met extremely well, post the age of 14 the child is also going to reciprocate in the same way
Okay.
to other people, right? But if the child has had a very, very tough childhood, especially when it comes to the relationship of their parents and seeing them fighting all along, the child is definitely going to be scarred for life, right? But the whole idea here is then that post the age of 14, this particular child is going to behave in the same way in which
Mm.
he or she has seen. So that develops the programming, right,
Okay. Okay.
of the child, just like how you program a certain computer, right? There are certain commands that you fit in and you get certain responses.
Yeah.
In the very same way, a child also is programmed
Okay.
every single day in every phase of their life. So if I am to put it up in terms of your handwriting and in terms of your signature, so what will happen in that case is that if you look at the handwriting and signature of someone who's gone through a lot of issues, a lot of trauma, and a lot of troubled relationships, right? So their handwriting will have a lot of scribbling. It will have a lot of
Mm.
cuts. The speed will be extremely fast. The legibility of the handwriting and signature will also not be a lot. Why? Because your handwriting reveals about your personal life, your signature reveals about your public life, right? Now if the child has gone through so many tough experiences, they don't want to share it with anybody very, very easily. They are going to take the pain onto themselves. So thoughts about stress, depression, feeling low, low self-esteem, that becomes very, very common. And I hope I'm not being insensitive here, but if it is not treated in the right manner, in very few cases, it
Mhm.
also leads to suicidal tendencies
Okay.
as well. That you can see the handwriting and the signature, wherein suppose if the signature starts falling down, so then the child starts wondering, who am I? What is my purpose in life? What am I here to do? Which career should I, go ahead with? And what do I exactly want to do? They would spend their days in this feeling of being lost and cutting themselves out from any other social interaction
Okay.
also. So I think understanding yourself
Okay.
and more importantly acknowledging your weaknesses and turning
Mm.
that into strengths is very, very important when
Yeah.
it comes to working on your handwriting and signature and your personality.
Okay, okay. And I know, can somebody's handwriting reveal their personality also?
Yes, definitely. It can reveal their personality.
And how?
So let me give you a very simple example over here in that particular case. Let's say that you know of someone who suffers from restlessness
Okay,
and insomnia. Okay. And you want to exactly find out why they are going through that.
okay.
Okay. You look in the handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from A to Z, all the 26 alphabets have different interpretations, have different meanings as
Okay,
well.
okay.
With each and every alphabet, you will have at least 10 to 15 different variations,
Mm-hmm.
okay, of understanding a person's personality, their mindset, and what's going on in their
Life.
life. Okay. So, suppose you want to talk about restlessness, you want to talk about insomnia,
Mm-hmm.
you will basically look at the R alphabet.
Okay,
Okay, so the R alphabet, you will specifically notice that there won't be any loop in the R alphabet, which means that they will constantly think of something or the other, right?
okay,
And
okay.
then that causes a lot of restlessness, and to certain extent also, it will be like even if they achieve a lot of things in their life, they will still feel that I want to achieve more, I want to achieve more, that I want to achieve more, right? It then drives a person quite crazy, in my opinion, right? Because then at no point in time are you feeling fulfilled, or are you feeling settled that okay, yes, I'm set now. Okay. So when those kind of constant thoughts are going in your head, that leads to lack of sleep as well. Plus, there is also a tendency to overwork yourself in that particular case, in that squeezed R alphabet. Similarly, you can even see that with the A alphabet. If you squeeze it way too much, so what will happen in that particular case? You will do a lot of tasks back to
Mm-hmm.
back, back to back, back to back, back to back
Okay,
as well. So this is one or two examples that I can share with you, that you come to know about a person's personality through that,
okay,
through the
okay.
handwriting specifically.
Okay, great. Okay, and a lot of studies suggest that handwriting analysis, lacks scientific support. So, would you say
Okay.
it's a pseudoscience? If yes, why? If no, then why?
See, there are mixed opinions about this,
Okay.
right? There are mixed opinions about this.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, my personal experience, I would say no, it's not a pseudoscience. Because if I am to talk from personal experience, it has incredibly changed my life.
Okay.
Okay, working on my own handwriting and signature, learning about handwriting and signature analysis, connecting with people all over the world,
Uh huh.
building up my own personality, because I used to have a lot of issues before
Okay.
I learned handwriting and signature analysis. If I can share that, wherein in the 11th and 12th standard,
Mm-hmm.
right, there is this hidden ego and hidden anger,
Okay.
right? Somewhere it is repressed, and that used to come out in bursts, right?
Okay.
That used to happen with me. It used to be a big problem, wherein I used to be a very very selective listener.
Okay.
Okay, that used to be one big issue. And secondly, the ego would go up and down. From the point that I got introduced to handwriting and signature analysis, and even first when I met my mentor through my father. He had 35 years of experience, my mentor,
Okay.
right, in handwriting and signature analysis. As soon as he looked at my handwriting and signature, he told me everything about my childhood.
Okay.
Okay, simply by looking at my handwriting, and how I can work on changing my own personality.
Okay.
After I learned that, the amount of humility, the amount of humbleness that I have today, the kind of opportunities that I have today, the level of confidence that I have today to connect with people, and to work on making myself who I am today, has all been through handwriting and signature analysis. So that definitely helps. So this entire science is basically an experiential science, right? The reason people would even call it a pseudoscience is because they have not experienced it yet. That's the first and foremost thing. Second most important thing, that probably they do not have a lot of faith in the fact that if I change my handwriting and signature, what's going to happen, right? Now, if that was so,
Hmm.
if that was so, then why do we have forensic graphologists,
Yeah.
right? Why do we have personality development experts who are learning handwriting and signature analysis, right? Wherein they are checking if a signature is forged or not, correct? So it has a great scientific backing to it,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it does work on your personality. It's only a matter of time and
Hmm.
only a matter of you experiencing this particular science, that it will definitely rub off its effects on you. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay, okay,
it's
okay. And I just want to add up a question over here. Is you said the time your mentor looked at your handwriting, he said and said about everything about your childhood. So how is
childhood.
that
Yeah,
possible? Like how? I just want to know how. How can you tell about
right.
like he never met you, but just can how handwriting define everything about you?
Exactly. So there are different kinds of formations
Mm-hmm,
when
mm-hmm.
it comes to your handwriting and signature, which actually works on revealing about your subconscious mind and your personality as well.
Okay.
So there's this one particular line called "the quick brown fox
Mm-hmm.
jumps over the lazy dog." Okay,
Okay.
the line may sound funny right now, but this particular line has all the 26 alphabets of the English language.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I was asked to sign three times. Now, the third time that you sign, your subconscious mind is revealed as well. It
Okay.
also depends on the size of your writing as well, the formation, if you're crossing a certain alphabet or not, because every alphabet has a certain meaning, every alphabet has a certain interpretation. Let's say if, I'm just taking a very hypothetical fact over here, right? Let's say that a very hypothetical fact would be that I used to be extremely self-critical about myself, right? Extremely self-critical, been through many hard experiences as well. Now, how would you find that? Through certain alphabets. You would see
Okay.
that in the A alphabet, the B alphabet,
Alphabet.
you'll see that in the D alphabet as well.
Okay.
You'll see that in the Y alphabet also, G alphabet. You'll see that in the P alphabet also.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's all about different formations, and once you get a hang of it, you can analyze about a person's complete personality.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah,
and coming to your personal thing, what inspired you to become a graphologist? How did you get interest in this profession?
sure. So it was actually quite interesting. What happened was that after I completed my 11th and 12th standard, after I completed my junior college, I had 3 to 4 months in hand.
Okay,
Okay. Now, with having 3 to 4 months in hand, I wanted admission in Bachelor's of Mass Media,
okay,
but I was not getting admission anywhere because of my low cutoff.
okay,
And I had got about 65% in my 12th standard boards, and they needed a certain percentage for Bachelor's of Mass Media. I was getting enrollments in other programs apart from BMM,
okay,
but that did not really interest me. Now, what happened during the 3 to 4 months is that my father suggested my friend, Mr. Anal Pandit. He
okay.
is an expert handwriting and a signature analyst. He runs an institute called Institute of Graphological Research.
Mm-hmm,
So, why don't you meet him? Why don't you learn about this handwriting and signature analysis? Learn more about a person's personality. Said,
mm-hmm.
okay, no problem. I mean, I might as well utilize my time and be more productive about it. So I very clearly remember that this was at Madras Cafe in
Okay,
Sign.
okay.
Okay, that I had the opportunity to meet my mentor, Mr. Anil Pandit. I showed him my handwriting and signature. He told me everything about my personality. Surprisingly, I was shell shocked. And then it really, really intrigued me to learn about handwriting and signature analysis, I enrolled immediately for the sessions. It was a 7 Sunday program, means it was a 1.5 month program, and it was 6 hours each session from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. if I'm not wrong. No, that would come up to 8 hours. Sorry, 8 hours of
Okay.
session from 10 to 6.
Hmm.
Right. So this was at Prabha Devi that I was learning. So now during these 7 Sundays that I learned about handwriting and signature analysis, we used to have a lot of practice and revision sessions as well. Now, after having these practice and revision sessions, and as I studied this more and more, this really got my attention. And I started working on my own handwriting and signature as well. Within the first 21 days, I could feel a shift in my own personality, in my own mindset as well. The moment I got into my graduation college, right, I did Bachelor's of Mass Media from RD Nationals.
Okay.
So the moment I got into that, I started analyzing my friend's handwriting and signature.
Okay.
And I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag about this, but there was literally a horde of people. Okay, a horde of people who wanted to get their handwriting and signature analyzed, and I was quite surprised by that also at that particular point in time. That something like this has so much of interest,
Okay. Okay.
and people want to know about the handwriting and signature, and the accuracy started getting better and better and better. Then this gave me the confidence that I should even do a seminar session or a workshop session
Okay.
for a corporate company.
Mm-hmm.
So then, through my father, I got the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to, conduct a workshop session for Nivea Private Limited.
Okay.
Okay. So I did a 2 hour workshop session for them for handwriting and signature analysis. There were about 150 employees. All right. I was there till, I guess, about 6 hours.
Okay.
I did a 6 hour session straight.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
after doing the 2 hour or 3 hour session, I did handwriting and signature analysis back to back. Right. So, and everybody was really shocked and surprised that how did you know this about my personality? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
through their handwriting and signature, that they feel stressed, that this is the relationship with their family,
Mm-hmm.
this is
Mm-hmm.
what's going on in their mind right now, this is what their likes are, dislikes are, even to a certain detail that you can even understand whether a person is likely to get into a love marriage or arranged marriage situation through
Okay.
the handwriting and signature,
Okay.
right? So I think that was the beginning of that. And then as I slowly and steadily practicing this more and more,
Mm-hmm.
I started getting in touch with celebrities as well by the time I was doing my post graduation in mass media, right? Now, I did celebrity management for a very short period of time. During that time, when I was working with celebrities, I got a chance to do handwriting and signature analysis for them, right? Then, after that, I changed a couple of jobs also, right? This is post 2014 is what I'm talking about. I changed a couple of jobs also. Like, if I can say, I've been through about 6 jobs. Okay,
Okay.
six
Okay.
9 to 5 jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying out in different fields, right? From events, mass media, celebrity management, digital PR, and whatnot. Right? Tried out all of that. Did not really work out for me, right? And I always had this feeling that I'm meant to be on stage. I love talking to a lot of people, and you know how um some form of ideas or your talent or your thought process just hits you out of the blue,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then you think about the fact that this is what I have learned when it comes to handwriting and signature analysis or speaking on stage. Probably this is something that I should pursue and go ahead with. And 2017 is the time when everything changed, wherein I wrote my first book as well. I got my television show as a handwriting and signature analyst. And then I learned neuro linguistic programming as well to understand more in detail about a person's mindset, their psyche, their personality. And slowly and steadily, I started working on myself,
Okay.
and also in process helping out a whole lot of people when it comes to the handwriting and signature, conducting live sessions. So that is how it's been about 11 years
Okay.
now
Okay. Okay.
that I have had the opportunity to work with over 10,000 people and conduct international workshop sessions as well.
Okay. Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. How can somebody's like how can somebody use their handwriting analysis to make their lives better?
Okay. So when we talk about handwriting analysis to make their lives better, now primarily when you talk about handwriting analysis, it reveals a lot about your personal life,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And your signature reveals a lot about your public or your professional life, or about your job and your occupation. A couple of things that I was sharing previously, when it comes to restlessness, insomnia, self criticism as well, right? So you can work on certain alphabets
Okay.
in that particular case, wherein I was talking about the A alphabet, B alphabet, the R alphabet as well. One thing possibly I can say, especially during this time of pandemic right now, people struggle with finances. That's
Okay.
number one. And secondly, a lot of people also struggle with a poor financial mindset.
Okay.
So people actually tend to talk negatively about money, and crying over losses, and feeling that there is always going to be a lack of money no matter how hard they work. Now, whenever we even want to make a lot of money or want to work in a certain direction,
Mhm.
right, it's all about a mindset shift at
Yeah.
the end of the day. So
Yes.
what alphabets do you work on for that? You work on the Y alphabet, the G alphabet, the J alphabet as well. You make a proper loop, not making it too exaggerated. Like the loop is called the money bag
Okay.
in graphology, but don't make it too exaggerated, because a person might tend to become highly obsessed with money also. Okay, so that is also not a good thing. So you have a simple Y alphabet, G alphabet, J alphabet loop, which helps them out. And another thing that I guess when we are talking about personality, a lot of people struggle with maintaining their health during this time, right? A lot of people have put on a lot of weight. Workout routines have been flipped completely, right?
Yeah.
And suppose if we are to talk about specifically stomach issues
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that people go through,
Okay.
right? Or acidity problems. So you have to look at the E alphabet. So now the specific loop of the E alphabet, which is there, if that is very, very tiny, and if it's not clearly visible, then you are likely to become a selective listener. Second most important thing, stomach problems, eye problems, hearing problems also will be there. Even when you are interacting with a large group of people, you would like to connect with only a certain set of people,
Mm-hmm.
wherein you would like to have more meaningful conversations
Okay.
with them, right? And you don't trust people easily also in that particular case. But
Okay.
when the loop is a little bigger and it's more clear as well, you become a more open listener, and you're open to new ideas, you're open to new philosophies as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
And the health issues that I spoke about, the eye problems, ear problems, stomach issues, that is also significantly lesser in that particular case. If it's okay, I would like to share one more aspect,
Sure.
right?
Sure. Sure.
When it comes to a lot of people, becoming angry very fast.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of people who tend to have a very short temper, and second most important thing, have issues with high blood pressure.
Okay.
So you need to look at the B alphabet
Mm-hmm.
in that particular case. So the B alphabet, if it's open from below, that actually causes a problem, wherein your tendency to consume salt and sugar increases. High blood pressure issues are there, which can lead to chronic heart diseases
Okay.
as well. And your capabilities or abilities to work on self improvement also start reducing in
Mm-hmm.
that particular case. So if you don't you know have this particular open B alphabet, it's much better for you in that particular case. So yeah, these are like a couple of things that I wanted to share.
Okay,
If you
okay,
can work on improving your personality.
okay. And could you tell how signature analysis is different from handwriting personality analysis?
Yeah, sure. So when it comes to your signature analysis, which is revealing everything about your public life, it would tell me about the relationship
Okay,
that you have with yourself, number one. Secondly, your relationship with your family. Third most important thing, your relationship with your friends
okay,
as well.
okay,
And fourth most important thing, what is going on in your mind right now? What is your thought process like currently? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel lonely? Do you love interacting with a lot of people? What is your ego level like
okay,
as well? Do you wish to outrank everyone, right? So you can come to know through your signature in that particular case. So if I have to give a couple of examples in that particular case, when it comes to your signature,
hmm,
so what will happen is that, let's say that your, if you are signing your name, if I can take that example.
okay.
So your name is Lakshit Kankaria.
Yes,
Have I pronounced that correctly?
yes, yes. You have.
Yes. So Lakshit Kankaria, when you are creating your signature, let's say for example, you are only writing L and Kankaria. Okay, that's about it, and you have a single underscore
Okay,
and no dots, right? What will happen in that case is that you would not open up very very easily. That's the first thing.
okay,
Second most important thing, a lot of importance will be given to your job and your profession and your life outside.
okay,
Third most important thing, you would take up way too many responsibilities. Fourth, stress level will be a little bit higher. Fifth, you would be extremely obedient by
okay,
nature. Okay. Sixth
okay.
most important thing is that you would not express your feelings very, very easily.
Easily.
Okay.
Okay,
Now you have an underscore, right, which is going from left to right. So left is your past, right side is your future. So if you're going from left to right, right, you're
like
going
this.
upwards, right? So what would happen in that particular case? You're leaving your past behind.
Okay,
You are more progressive in your thought process, and you're thinking about the future as to what do you exactly want to do. And there are some cases where people have a double underline or a double underscore.
okay,
So in that particular case, what will happen is that you would like to double check a lot of things. Your level of uncertainty will be much higher, because a single underscore is a sign of healthy self confidence, that you
okay.
don't fear failure
Mm-hmm,
as
mm-hmm,
well.
mm-hmm.
Okay, but a double underscore just adds more uncertainty. Now when it comes to, let's say, the dots, right? Now when you talk about the double dot which comes below the signature, right, in the center, not within the signature but just below the underscore.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's right in the center, it means that you would love to spend more time with friends, family, extended family as well, right? And if you are taking it on the extreme left hand side, you would just love to spend time with family only. If it's
Okay,
going on the extreme right hand side, you would only like to spend time with friends. Now,
okay,
since your signature is going upwards, your level of ambition, your level of creativity is very, very high. You're extremely optimistic by nature. You are always thinking about solutions instead of problems, right? But let's imagine that your signature is just vertical. Okay, it's absolutely straight, right? What will happen in that particular case? You won't express your thoughts and ideas easily. Secondly, you would become a perfectionist by nature.
okay,
Okay. Third most important thing, you would love everything to be done with discipline, with a time and proper schedule. You would not like to spend a lot of money in large social gatherings.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
That will also happen. Now, third example that I'm taking is that the signature is going downwards. Now, once it starts descending, right,
okay,
is when uh, you know these feelings of low self-esteem, depression, in some sensitive cases, suicidal tendencies are also there. So, my sincere recommendation to everyone is that either you keep your signature absolutely vertical or just take it a little bit upwards and you experience the changes. See, my work as a handwriting and signature analyst is not casting a magic spell, or it's not like a magic wand, right? But at the end of the day, the guidance or the recommendations that I provide, right? Once you start experiencing that and you practice your handwriting and signature on a continuous basis, is when you actually see the changes that you want in
Okay.
your life, and you
Okay.
work with a specific intention and faith
Hmm.
that this is what I want to work on and these are the changes that I need to make, from the point of view that there are a lot of people who will do it for the sake of doing it.
Okay.
That really does not work, right? You actually even have to have some form of faith, some form of belief
Uh-huh.
in what you're doing, that you are working on your handwriting and signature, like anything good that you want in your life. So yeah.
Okay, okay. And handwriting is known to evolve, and then everything evolves in human nature. Let it be how we eat, how
Right.
we live, what you do, and what you don't do. So, do you think? And yeah. Does that mean that if handwriting is evolving, the personality of a person also evolves?
Yes, most definitely. Because, see, it's a very common saying that not all five fingers are the same.
Yeah.
Correct. So, in the very same way, not all phases of your life will be the same
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
in that particular case. The kind of experiences that you work upon, the kind of experiences that you work on building up
mm-hmm.
in your own life, or what is your belief system, what is your mindset like, will actually go ahead and shape your handwriting and your signature. So, a very simple 4 step process then actually comes into play in this particular way, is that if you have clarity in your thought process, I am talking on a psychological and a subconscious level
Okay.
in this particular case,
Mm-hmm,
that if you have clarity in your thought process, you know exactly what you want, you will notice in your handwriting or signature also you will be that certain.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what you want to write, you'll be clear, you'll be legible with that, because legibility means being confident. So you will have a legible handwriting, legible signature. Once you have that, then your actions, your ideas, your thought process is absolutely clear as well, and your personality
Okay.
is more towards the positive side.
Okay.
But imagine this, that if there is a lot of confusion going on in
Mm-hmm.
your mind and you don't know what to do, you tend to feel very, very overwhelmed.
Okay.
So your handwriting is not very, very clear. There's a lot of scribbling, there's a lot of cuts, there's a lot of stress writing, that I would say the pressure is also increased, the legibility is not there. You know how, this is not disrespecting the community of doctors over here, but then the speed and the legibility, starts changing so rapidly. It starts changing so rapidly where your speed is very, very high, that okay, I have to write this very quickly. No legibility is there, right? Which means that when it comes to your handwriting or your signature, you don't want to reveal what is going on in your mind. Now when you don't want to reveal what's going on in your mind, there is no clarity of thought process or your actions or your goals, and the personality then goes a little bit towards the negative side. Now, the whole idea of working on your handwriting and signature is not to make your life too positive or too negative.
Mm.
Okay, it's not about making too positive or too negative, it's about bringing a balance in
Okay.
this particular case. So, what will happen is that if if there is even 10 or 20% of negativity, or 10 or 20% of the issues that you're going through right now, and there's 80% of positivity in your life, I think that's absolutely fine because nobody's perfect at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Correct? Now, it also depends on the degrees of the negativity that you are living with or
Mm-hmm.
that you are going through. And now, when you flip the situation, wherein there is 80% of negativity and a lot of things are holding you back, and the mindset is not in its correct place where it should be, and it's not helping you in your personal or professional life either, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So, then there's 80% of negativity and 20% of positivity. That's how, when you get yourself diagnosed by a doctor that, look, doctor, something's wrong with me, and you're getting a prescription, right? In the very same way, I would rather encourage people to get their handwriting and signature checked as well.
Okay.
That if I can be of help to them
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
working on their own personality, working on the issues that they are going through, reducing their stress levels, helping them change their thought process or their thought pattern, right? And it can bring about a significant improvement in their personal and professional life.
Okay.
It completely changes the game, because in this particular case of working on your handwriting and signature, you actually have nothing to lose. You just have to write a couple of things,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it works starts working on your personality in a set number of days. So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
the way.
And there are people say that handwriting personality compatibility test for couples can be done
Hmm.
using graphology. So is it true?
Yes, definitely it is true.
Okay.
So in that particular case, what I would say is that you need to see the way you're writing the K alphabet.
Okay.
In the K alphabet, if suppose you have a looped K alphabet, which means that you don't open up very, very easily. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Second most important thing, you would only connect with people who are coming through sources or references as well. Okay. Third most important thing, if you are able to connect this particular string, is that you are more likely to get into an arranged marriage situation.
Okay.
Okay, that is there. Now, on the flip side, when you have a simple K alphabet, like a standard stem, and you have this kind of K alphabet, right? Like a V formation that is going ahead, right? Now, when that V formation is a little smaller, the stem is bigger, which means there's a normal K formation, right? What will happen in that particular case? You are more understanding when it comes to your love life. You're more open to new experiences as well. And you would love to explore what happens in your love life. So you're more likely to get into a love marriage situation
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in that particular case. Now, if I was to give you a third variation, wherein you need to write a smaller case K alphabet, but you write a bigger case K alphabet. Okay, like in the word quick, you need to write K in small, right? But you tend to write it bigger. What will happen in that particular case? You tend to become more commanding and dominating when it comes
Okay.
to your love life.
Okay.
And then you don't like people telling you that what should be done when it comes to your love life as well. I'll give you one last variation. All right. When it comes to the K alphabet, is that when you have a C formation, okay, in the outward extension of the K alphabet, when you have a C formation, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you tend to be more smooth with your communication skills when it comes to your love life.
Okay.
Because the C alphabet stands for your communication, thoughts, and ideas, right? So then you will be a little more flirtatious by nature. Your answers will be on point as well, right? And now just imagine the C alphabet formation, which is there on the K alphabet stem. It's going away. Okay, it's just going away, right, from the K alphabet stem. What will happen? You tend to become highly impatient by nature. You want things to happen very quickly. Like you met today, next week you want to get married. It's like that. Like you
Okay.
don't. So that, these are like a couple of things which you can see. Now this is when we are talking in terms of personal life, right? But when you see in terms of signatures of couples as well, right? What do they give importance to? Is it just their name? Is it just their name and surname? Is it the surname first and then the name of the individual? Right? Because, like, if I have to tell you, when it's just the name, okay, you're just signing the name. Very ambitious by nature, socially very, very impressive. You don't listen to other people very, very easily
Okay. Okay.
in that particular case. And fourth most important thing, you would love to talk about how sacrificing you are. Fifth most important aspect would be that there are thoughts about running away as well when you just have a single name,
Okay.
right? Now you have a single name and the surname, right? Now which surname is this? Is it the maiden surname or is it the after marriage
Surname.
surname, right? So you come to know what are you giving more importance to, which side of the family you're giving more importance to, whom are you most attached to as well. And in another case wherein the surname comes first and the name comes next, right? Which means you will put family before everything,
Okay. Okay.
right? So now in that particular case, when you're doing like a comparison when it comes to the guy and the girl, right? You need to see what kind of signatures, what kind of handwriting do they have. And let's say one last example, if I'm sharing with you, is that if they're encircling their entire name,
Mm-hmm.
if they're encircling their entire name, which means they are highly protective about themselves,
Okay.
about their relationship and their family. They don't want to reveal anything to you.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's interesting. That's really interesting. So that also a question popped up in my mind. So
right.
you also have predictions over here. You also have things. You say this can be happening. You are about this. So how would you like? I is would you say is it also is it a kind of astrology? Or would you say no? It's graphology, and this is science. There is no predictions, but there is what it is and what's it shown.
So it's not astrology. Astrology is a completely different science.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Astrology is all based, yeah, astrology is completely based upon the nine planets,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And the effects they have. This is, a very detailed personality analysis,
Mhm.
is what I would say.
Okay.
Now, as I said in the beginning as well, that this is a branch of psychology,
Okay.
right? Which talks about your mindset, your personal life, your professional life as well, your health issues also. So this is analyzing about a person's personality. It's not more about predicting. And even when I talk about past, present, and future
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
in this particular angle,
Hmm.
right? Which may sound like it's a part of astrology, but it's actually not. It's merely seeing a person's handwriting and signature, primarily the signature, is that what kind of issues that this person has had in the past. That's number
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Secondly, what kind of thought process or clarity he or she has in the present right now. And when we talk about the future, it's about the future behavior
Mm.
of the individual.
Okay.
That who is getting the primary importance? Is it themselves or the family? Are they distancing themselves away from the family, or they coming much more closer to their family? And even to a certain extent, I can even understand and analyze the health issues of the family members just by looking at the handwriting and signature as well, because it is like a trademark.
Okay.
Okay, so when you are creating your signature with your name, with your surname, you're basically not just telling me about yourself, you're also giving me a glimpse about what's going on in the family. So if there are stages, or if there are, you know, issues going on with the family wherein the family becomes way too dominating by nature, you will see that the size of the family signature will be much bigger than your own
Okay.
also, or possibly their name will come on top of your name, which means that they would have certain expectations from you in that particular case. Now, when I talk about even legibility or illegibility, right? Legibility is having clarity in your handwriting and signature, boosting your self confidence, your self esteem, and improving your mindset. Illegibility is that the person becomes a little hard to read, hard to understand.
Mhm.
In some cases, even with an illegible signature, the person can be extremely successful when it comes to their business.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, which is where the question arises that why do successful people have complicated signatures, or successful people have
Yeah.
such complicated autographs,
Yeah.
is what I would say, right? So that is definitely there because they are putting themselves out there in the spotlight without any fear, right? But at the same point in time, with an illegible signature, I would say and I would understand that the stress level is a little on the higher side in that particular case, which indirectly then affects other decisions of your life as well, be it personal life or your professional life. So you must have seen that there are a lot of complicated signatures, illegible signatures, and plus a lot of angular signatures, right? A lot of angular signatures. Angular signatures also tell you that you know a person is extremely sharp by nature, highly analytical, highly logical by nature as well. Like if I have to give an example of President Donald Trump, if you have ever had the chance to see his signature, right? It's very, very sharp. Now, a lot of people say that he is extremely analytical and, his level of analyzing and having a certain level of logic is way too high.
Okay.
But on the flip side, when you study this in detail, he is actually a genius. Why? He's actually a genius. The reason being that once he has made a decision about what he wants to do, he will get to work. He will not think twice.
Okay.
Correct. So there, that particular doubt or uncertainty whether this is going to work or not going to work, that is completely ruled out. He's decided he's going to do it. He's going to do it with high levels of energy and enthusiasm. Right. Now, that also then again depends on what your upbringing, what your mindset has been like, and with age, with the experiences that you go through,
Mhm.
it starts developing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great.
Yeah.
And with the advent of typewriting, typewriters and computers, it has become rare. So, what do you think? Can graphology also will become a thing of past in the future?
So I completely understand that with the advent of typewriters and with technology, a lot of people have actually stopped writing.
Hmm?
Everything has now become WhatsApp text messages
Yeah.
and emails and PDFs and drafts, and everything has gone online. People have actually stopped writing. In fact, in today's day and age, if you come across any handwritten letters,
Mm.
it makes you feel really, really special,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It becomes so rare that somebody has actually taken the effort to write
Right.
something to you,
Yeah.
correct? Now, that particular feeling in itself is extremely special. Now, just imagine if in today's day and age, in 2020, a simple handwritten letter can make you feel extremely special. Imagine working on your own handwriting and your signature, what kind of changes it can bring about in your life. It
Mhm.
can help you boost your self confidence,
Yeah.
your self esteem. It
Yes.
can lower your feelings of low self esteem, depression as well. When it comes to goal setting, you can become much more sharp, much more focused as well. Plus, we can also work on emotional stability of an individual, wherein there are certain situations where a person overreacts, underreacts, or does not react at all,
Okay.
right? Or a person is not assertive. So you can bring that in balance. You can create a balance between your ego and intelligence. So a lot of things can be done when it comes to your handwriting, when it comes to your signature.
Okay.
It's all about practicing, and more importantly, I would say that getting the right kind of guidance
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
comes to your handwriting and signature. And as I also previously said, that it's not like a magic spell, or it's not like an overnight thing.
Mhm,
When it
mhm.
comes to your handwriting and signature, there's a lot of consistent effort and practice that goes into it. But I feel if you are willing to work on yourself and invest that kind of time in yourself, it will tremendously help you in changing the way you think. Because if today I have had clients and experiences where people have been able to get over issues like stomach aches, back pain, acute shoulder problems, eye problems, getting over their past issues, start having a more positive outlook. I think those are really, really phenomenal changes. And
Okay.
as a handwriting and signature analyst, I do not roll out the effects of medicine
Mhm.
in this particular case. And I don't tell you that, you stop having medicine, just practice your handwriting and signature. You have your medicines, right? But if the right guidance when it comes to your handwriting and signature can act as a catalyst to improving your own personality, your personal life, and your professional life, and you're willing to give it time, at least 21 days, take it up to 90 days, 21 to 90 days, which means a total of 3 months at least, right? It can definitely be a game changing decision
Okay.
for you.
Mhm.
So it's about trying it first, experiencing it, and then going ahead with having phenomenal changes in your life.
Okay. Okay. And then
Yeah.
the last question for the today's session would be like, what would be your advice to anybody who wants to pursue graphology as as a profession or as anything? What would be your advice to them?
So I would definitely say go ahead for the same and learn more about handwriting and signature analysis. You can learn through YouTube videos. There are courses online as well. In fact, you can also learn a lot about handwriting and signature analysis through books
Okay.
too. So there are a lot of books available online for handwriting and signature analysis. Especially if I can give a recommendation of Bart Baggett.
Okay.
Okay, Bart Baggett. If I remember the name of the book correctly, it's about change your handwriting, change your life.
Mhm.
Right? If you search for graphology books, that can work for you. Is it okay if I can share about uh, my program as well, or
Sure.
something
Sure.
about
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
uh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
my
ahead.
sessions as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would also like to get an overview about handwriting and signature analysis, I have created a 7-day program. Right. In total, it is a 3-hour session on YouTube. So if you go ahead and type out "Learn Graphology with Pavan Badllani," you can get like a mini overview about what is handwriting and signature analysis. And plus, very recently on the 30th of June, I actually launched an online course for graphology, which is a self-paced program, and it's a 10-hour training session, which is there online through the recorded videos. And you can learn about how you become a certified handwriting and signature analyst,
Okay.
and you can make up to 30,000 rupees as a graphologist with you being a full timer, part timer, or a freelancer as
Mhm.
well when it comes to graphology. So I think it is incredibly powerful. If you go ahead, you learn more about handwriting and signature analysis, it's like you are being granted a superpower that
Yeah.
you can look through people
Mm.
through their handwriting and signature. So it is definitely very, very effective. So be it students, housewife, psychologists, psychiatrists, working professionals, entrepreneurs, people who want to learn more about themselves and about how they can improve their own personality, definitely go ahead and learn more about handwriting and signature analysis. And there are various institutes
Okay.
as well. So there is the Institute of Graphological Research, where
Mhm.
I learned
Okay.
handwriting and signature analysis. There is a similar institute in Kolkata as well, and many other, and in Delhi also, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can learn it through various sources. And now, since we are at home and we are learning online, so there are a lot of online courses, lots of online programs, YouTube videos. So you can actually get started with learning about handwriting and signature analysis. So that should be good.
Okay, okay, great, great. So
Yes.
again, thank you very much for giving so much of your time and speaking about all these things. It's really, really wonderful, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
And it is wonderful, speaking about how things work, how letters work, what can them they help. It's really wonderful, and I'm really happy that I got to know about new things. So thanks to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Lakshit, for giving me the opportunity to
Pleasure.
be here with you and share more information and increase awareness about handwriting and signature analysis. I wish you all the very best
Same
with
to you again. Thank you very
many,
much.
many more, podcast sessions like these. And it's a fantastic initiative that you have taken up to connect with people from all different kinds of fields and share knowledge and information for your audience.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.